And tonight on Marquette on the Line, we'll take a look at the upcoming Halloween events, sure to make your weekend spooky. Plus, a look at iPhone applications with the Marquette Tribune reporter. And a reminder to get your flu shot before sickness hits. You'll find out where and when to get the shot. Your questions, your answers, your stories. This is Marquette on the Line. And welcome back, Marquette. Thanks for joining me. I'm Mara Fairs. In our top story tonight, Marquette's Circle K is looking for volunteers to help out at the Betty Bryn Children's Museum for the upcoming holiday. The museum is hosting a not-so-scary Halloween festival. Volunteers are needed this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday from 10:30 a.m. until 4 p.m. There are several different shifts that people can take if they would like to help out. On Friday, additional hands will also be needed from 6 until 9 p.m. Volunteers are also asked to clean up after the children have gone home. For more information, visit Circle K's website. And tonight, we welcome RHA's Vice President David Spence to the show. Welcome, David. It's great to have you here.
Thank you very much. It's nice to be here.
All right, I'm glad. So it's hard to believe that Halloween is already here. And this year, Marquette will be hosting its 12th consecutive Hall-A-Ween event. So David, can you explain to us a brief overview about what this event is?
Sure. The Halloween event is hosted by the RHA, which is Marquette's Residence Hall Association. And it's an activity where local neighborhood kids can come to the Marquette campus and they have a chance to trick-or-treat in the different residence halls. And we also throw a carnival-like party for them in the AMU.
Oh, wow. It sounds like such a fantastic program. How has it grown from its start 11 years ago till now?
Yeah, this is our 12th year that we've been doing the program. And so just in size is what we've really seen grown for the Halloween program. We started out, we had about maybe 50 participants 11 years ago, and last year we had about 400 different children trick-or-treaters come around to Marquette's campus.
Wow, that's significant.
Yeah.
And what's your involvement with the event like?
My involvement with RHA is pretty much RHA chairs the event and we coordinate all the different activities that go on. We are responsible for getting different volunteers and sending letters out to the local community and different schools to let them know that they're invited to come and what the days are. And we just go everything from logistics of registration to the actual implementation of the events.
That's great. Now you mentioned getting a hold of volunteers. So what can Marquette students do to get involved?
We have two great ways for Marquette students to get involved in this year's Halloween. The first way that you can get involved is to be a candy hander-outer. And that way you sign up in your different residence halls and we'll send trick-or-treaters specifically to your dorm room and where you can hand out different treats for them to enjoy. And then the second way you can get involved is to be a host or a ghost, and you actually lead students around the campus, different trick-or-treaters around the campus to the different residence halls, and just facilitate the whole event and make sure everyone has a great time and gets along well. That's
great. Now, about all these children who will be coming on campus, what are their age groups, and where are they coming from?
This year we specifically are making it ages 3 to 11. It makes it a lot easier on us and keeps down the crowds and the amount of people that we have. Okay. They come from all over the Milwaukee area. We send a lot of registration forms out to local daycares and different schools. And also just people who have come in the past are calling the RHA office nonstop asking when the event is and when they can come and how to be a part of it.
Oh, that's great. So now that they've called and found out when they can get here, how do they get to campus? How do they get safely home with all of these kids here? How do you go about planning that?
It's pretty much, a lot of schools decide to take a bus to Marquette's campus. It's a great field trip for them too. We require that they have at least one chaperone per 10 kids, and a lot of people chose to drive this year too. So that's the main thing that we're working with.
Great. So now, because it's such a popular event, you're expecting hundreds of kids, as you mentioned. Can you give us a rundown on how you plan on keeping it organized? You've mentioned before that there'll be one person per 10 kids, but how do you set that up?
We're trying to make sure this year it runs as smooth as possible. We're working a lot with our pre-registration groups, and so when people come to campus, there's going to be registration tables that they can go to and check in and say how many kids they have, and RHA and different volunteers can confirm that there is a chaperone per 10 kids, And there's going to be tons of volunteers, especially the whole Residence Hall Association and different faculty members are going to be there to ensure that everything runs as smooth as possible.
Wow, sounds like you got it all planned out. So now the deadline for students has already passed, October 21st. So what arrangements can be made then for students who are just hearing about it now?
We've actually extended the deadline, and the deadline will run until tomorrow. Since the event does take place on Wednesday, you need to email myself, which is david.spence, S-P-E-N-C-E, at marquette.edu. And if you want to be a candy hander outer or a ghost, please specify that in the email, and we can definitely get you involved in the Halloween process.
Well, that's great. And sorry, we're running out of time now, but are there any other residence halls planned for just this coming weekend in general that you can briefly mention?
Yeah, all the residence halls are putting on carnival-like games on Wednesday, the same day as Halloween, which is in the Union. And we're also going to let the trick-or-treaters come to these events, and it's everything from face painting to temporary tattoos and ghost bowling. So.
Well, that's great. It really encompasses the whole campus. Well, thank you so much for being here. It was a pleasure meeting
Nice
you.
to meet you.
Yeah, so, all right, well, look forward to this coming weekend then.
Perfect.
And more about the upcoming holiday, the group Active Minds is also in the Halloween spirit. They are hosting a pumpkin carving event Thursday night in Schrader Cafeteria. It will cost $6 to attend the event. To RSVP, put the money in a sealed envelope and turn it into Schrader Hall's front desk. On the envelope, be sure to write your name, the name Nikki Krubsack, and also the group's name, Active Minds. This will ensure that there will be a pumpkin for you to carve that night. Cookies and hot chocolate will also be available. And when we come back, I'll have the information on the upcoming campus events this week you need to know about. We'll be right back.